How's it going, guys? Well, if you got brought here from one of my other videos where I was working on decals on my frame, this is part of a series where I'm replacing all of the decals on my mountain bike to give it a uniform blue accent color across the entire bike. That includes the frame, the forks, and the rear shock. Adding new decals to your bike is a very simple way to brighten up the bike, give it a nice fresh new look without having to go out and fork out thousands of dollars on a brand new bike. If you have not seen the video where I switch out the decals on my frame, I do a lot of explanation as to what I'm doing in that video, but just to briefly recap in case you hadn't seen it, you'll want to make sure that you've got yourself some isopropyl alcohol. Painter's tape is good for creating that straight edge that you see here. So the green, I think it's the Frog brand Painter's tape. Whenever I put the painter's tape down, I'll just put a mark where the straight edge and the decal are supposed to line up. That way I can get them back into the factory position where Fox puts them. And then as you're putting the decal down, as you can see, you want to just place the edge of the decal on your straight edge and then just slowly start working your way around until you have a nice smooth application of the decal. You want to watch for air bubbles, you don't want wrinkles, but if you move slowly and gradually, the thickness of these decals will make it easy to get them attached. You'll notice that I was able to switch out the top decal with the wheel still attached, but if you want to switch the lowers, it's going to be much easier just to go ahead and take out the through axle and remove the wheel. That'll give you a little more space on the fork to actually get the decal off. The suspension decals were originally a muddy waters color, which matches the frame of my Evil Calling. And what happened is that as I rode the bike over the past year, they slowly started getting more and more damaged, and there were nicks and scrapes in the decals. And so I wanted to replace those to freshen up the look of the bike and also just to make it look a little more exciting. And then what I found was that I didn't really like the orange color as much as I thought I would. I was going to switch over the frame decals to orange as well and just have that be my, my accent color over the entire bike. Eventually I just decided I wanted a more subtle calming color and decided to try out the blue, and I am pretty happy with the way it looks. One thing to make note of is that in this decal set, the 36 or the 32, whatever you're putting on your bike, those are going to be universal to either leg. It doesn't matter which one you put them on. However, the Fox factory stickers that go on the lower leg, those are going to be side specific, so you want to make sure that you have the left and the right. If you do them one at a time, it'll be easy for you to notice which one needs to go where. You can see here that I do have those little hash marks that I put on the painter's tape just to make sure that I get all the alignment straight. It just really simplifies the process of getting the decals on in a way that keeps it uniform and looking like it came straight out of the factory with these decals on it. Because let's be honest, the last thing you want is to put decals on your bike and they're crooked and it's completely obvious that you switched them out after the fact and did it in a hasty fashion. You spend thousands of dollars on your bike, you don't want to have your decals crooked. And with that, the right leg is finished. And now, thanks to the wonders of video editing, here is a fork that looks like it came straight out of the factory with these decals perfectly placed on it. If you're simply looking for a way to freshen up your bike and give it a new look, or if you have damage to your decals and you need to get them replaced, I hope this video was helpful. If it was helpful, please give me a like and subscribe to help support me. And if this is the first video you saw of my decal update for my bike, I will throw in 2 links to get you to the other 2 videos. Thanks.